Khan here for Seconds Out with full of energy, Johnny Nelson, who's also on a new venture. We'll get into a cheap little plug at the start there for you, Johnny. A new channel, more of you, more speaking, more opinions. Can't wait to hear about it, can't wait to see it. When's it launching?
I'm inspired by Carl Fletcher's little home movie, so I thought I'm gonna do my own thing and then just guide everyone towards our First Bell podcast. So I'm gonna do my little Sunday session. So be a bit of grass bands, be a bit of boxing, be a bit of dieting, but you know what, it could just be me.
On YouTube?
On YouTube and Insta, yeah.
Looking forward to hearing more about it. Looking forward to the fights in prospect this weekend, headlined by Natasha Jonas and Michaela Meyer. Good fight and a tricky fight for both fighters on either side of the coin. Who do you favour?
I favour Natasha. I favour Natasha because she is the one that's has more experience, very skilled. He's always underrated in times of, and I've backed against her before, and I thought I ain't doing that again. I think Michaela has pace. That's all she has on Natasha. Everything else, Natasha's got that and more. So you'd look at the age. I think Michaela's 33, Natasha's 39. That's the only thing that's against Natasha. So if Michaela takes pace to her, that's the only thing that'll beat Natasha. Natasha's she's strong, she's focused, she looks in good spirits. I saw her earlier on, and she's at home, so it'd be a good fight.
Be a good fight indeed. Another fight that's a good one on the undercard features Jack Cullen against Zach Chelly. Bad blood there between the two and history between the two. Seeing what they both have done after the first fight, again, who are you favouring in that one?
Well, you know what? I don't know if it's true or not. I need to check my stats, but I don't know if Chelly's no longer training with his dad or his dad. Right. Has he left his dad?
His dad's still with the team, but there's a new lead, a former friend, I can't remember the name, but he's familiar to the dad and Zach himself.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's a joint decision by both by the dad and the son. So we'll just see. We'll just see. That concerns me. But of course, Chelly thought he won the first fight. Coming to the second fight now, both fighters strong, determined, focused, hungry. I think Zach, don't write him off, because this boy, he gives his heart and soul, for it. I think Cullen has the skills, has everything there to do it. I just think it's an intriguing fight. Who would I side with? I'd probably side with Chelly because it's for the British and Commonwealth title. So there's a lot at stake here. So these guys have been training hard for it and hungry for it.
Solid start to the year for Boxer, meaning to go as they go on throughout the year. Good bill indeed. With the competition ramping up, with what's happening outside of the sphere too, not just in the Boxer bubble, feel like the year's got to get off to that hot start and to compete with everyone else who's raising their game.
Let me just tell you, the thing is... That's Big Mo. Big Mo, I'm ringing out, sir. He looks like a porn star right now, big mustache and everything. So I'm like, bow chicken wow wow, as he walks past. So I think what I was trying to say is, hold it, wait 1 second. All right, 1 second.
You seem very much ready, Johnny Nelson. Johnny, just picking that back up there from our previous conversation. I was just saying there, look, important for Boxer to build off with good cards like this in amongst a year. Another fierce competition surrounding outside the Boxer bubble as well. How do you feel about this strong start?
I think Sky's got an amazing platform, so an amazing opportunity to put good fights on, good shows on like this, and it's a great way to start 2024. So with the platform being there, it's just down to the promoters to get the job done and give the fans what they want, do everything they possibly can that's in their reach. And I love the bill. I love the bill completely. I think great top of the bill. Good British and Commonwealth title fight. There's good grassroots fights in there. I just think they're all Jeffers against Brown. Good fight. So if you're a fight fan, I think it's a good show from start to finish.
Shifting the perspective to the wider sphere of boxing, Johnny, I know that you've been asked questions about it, so I'll try and vary them up as much as possible. Yeah. But I'd like to pick your brain on the heavyweight division, including the big announcement regarding Joshua and Ngannou. The question I want to start off with is this. Given Ngannou's impressive performance against Fury, although he didn't get the win, if he does get the win over AJ, what does it say about the division and the division compared to the other eras of the heavyweight division? I
would be very surprised if he got the win over AJ. So what's it say about the division? It says more about AJ. Rish reward. This isn't in my head. And if it's just about the dough, good move. If you're looking at the bigger picture, because I'm quite sure there's a massive pay out there waiting, I wouldn't have done this fight because risk reward isn't way up. There's no benefit from beating Ngannou. It's just all right. You put a kid in his place, and there are other heavyweights out there that it would make a position statement for AJ. But you know what? This is business. So, and again, I'll keep saying I love the fact that when the fighters are making dough. Ngannou, everybody knows what he's about now. So we have the opportunity, we have the insight to think, right, this is the fighter he is. So AJ won't make the same mistake as Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury made a mistake and underestimated the guy that was in front of him, no matter what he tells you. And but I do believe if Tyson Fury boxing again, he'd do a much better job. But that's his mistake, and you know, it's a mistake where he got lucky. I think Anthony Joshua won't make that mistake. He'll get the job done. I'd be very surprised. But as I said, if AJ loses, it'll tell you more about AJ than it does about the heavyweight division.
Depending on who you speak to, some are very impressed by his destructive victory over Otto Wallen. If you speak to the likes of Conn Hart and Thomas Hauser, they'll say Otto Wallen wasn't all that much, and he should have done what he did do to Otto Wallen in that fight. You agree with that? But did you sound impressed at all by the performance?
No, I was impressed by the performance, but if you are a fighter and you know what you've got in front of you because you've tasted and tested it, they boxed each other twice. Years ago, they've sparred together. He's used him as a sparring partner, so you know you're familiar what's in front of you. So of course, and AJ's performance against Wallen was exactly what he needs to take into every other fight with fighters that he's not familiar with. You know, that same hunger, that hunt, that desire, that edge. That's what he needs to take. So if he can take that same confidence, same self-belief, same fight to somebody, another fighter that he's not familiar with, then you can say this boy's going to be 3-weight world champion. So he's shown what ability he has got. He's shown what he can do, but he just needs to take that in against the Usyk. He needs to take that in against the Tyson Fury. I don't know if he's capable of doing that because he might overthink and overanalyze these fighters. I don't know if he's capable of doing that, but he knew what was in front of him with Wallen. So I agree with Conn Hart. I agree with Hauser. You know, you'd expect that to be done. Many people were saying AJ, you know, the AJ fight could have been a banana skin. I never said that, not in a million years, because I thought he's got this man's number.
Do you think it's the right move to stick with Ben Davison?
If it works for him, it works for him, and we'll find out. And listen, if AJ can go out there and I don't know, gets in with whoever, another top 8, top 10, top 5 ranked heavyweight, and take that performance in there with them, I'll have to say to Ben Davis, you know what, you've done a great job on that. That is everything, because AJ's got the ability, he's got the skill, he's got the experience. That needs to match the experience. The confidence is going to match the ability. So if you can take that, then you say, Ben, whatever you've done, good job.
The other side of the equation is the mentality side, which people have, always the mentality side, which people have always kind of noted on about AJ. You've called in the past in our interviews beforehand, you really want to look for that bad man persona in AJ. With comments like this, when he spoke to the newspaper outlet saying, "I broke Wallen's nose in eye socket, Hellenius got sparked out, and I effing ruined Dylan White's career with an uppercut," the list goes on. Do you think that bad man persona is back?
It sounds like it. He talks cheap. Get in there and get it done. And we know AJ can be a bad man. But as his career's gone on, as the fights have gone on, that bad man is trying to be correct. Now he's suffering the consequences of critique. And so now it's hurting his soul, it's hurting his ego. So he's like, all right, I'm back. Let me show you a piece of that. So now we don't care what I say or anybody else says. That's what's important. Stop being worried about being judged or wanting to get validation from people that are not doing it. And that's what he's been doing. Now, when my man's cussing out and talking the way he's talking, remember, this guy was a PR's dream, the way he carried himself in front of the camera. Now, he don't care because he sees the likes of Tyson Fury, Dylan White, Derek Chisora saying and doing everything. And these guys are not, they're not suffering the consequences for it. So he thinks, you know what, I'm dropping my mask because you guys aren't showing me no love, when times are hard. So I ain't showing you no love back. So that all that combination, good for AJ, good for him.
Do you agree with Lennox Lewis online? He was stating that, look, maybe other people were deserving of opportunities at fights at the Undisputed. The winner of AJ versus Ngannou gets that shot. It appears to be the case anyway. Like, so Zhang might have a claim to it. Usyk might. So others.
I totally agree. I know. I saw that back and forth with him and Eddie. I totally agree. And because at the end of the day, you've got guys that have worked for their position, have worked and fought for their position. And Ngannou has gone in there and he got into a headline fight and lost on an official scale to Tyson Fury, and obviously if Wilder didn't lose, this fight would be AJ and Wilder. So Wilder's took himself out of the picture, but Ngannou getting that opportunity, it's unfair on the fighters that are there. I think he got a top 10 rating. So what's happened to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4? What's happened to all those guys there? You know, their opportunity to be in that position. So I agree with Lennox.
Johnny, if you were active in this era, the consequences of the Saudi Arabian money pumping in is maybe the downside effect will be that fighters might wait for that payday. If you were fighting this era, would you wait for that payday?
I don't believe that. I think if you want to fight, you want to fight, and that you make hay while the sun shines. So right now, what's going on in Saudi Arabia, fighters are getting paid ridiculous money, and I loved seeing that. I love fighters coming out with the fat side of the check. But they'll understand this won't last forever. This is only in Saudi. So all of a sudden, if you're getting spoiled and you say, well, I ain't fighting for that, you're going to be like Andrew Ruiz, who's boxed twice since he boxed Anthony Joshua because he's outpricing himself, or he wants out. He's outpricing himself. You know, these things will happen. So, and he's in a great position to do that because he made a lot of money off the win and the rematch. So fighters need to understand, and I'm quite sure they do understand. I'm going to go out to Saudi, get paid mad dough while they're paying the mad dough, because it might stop. You never know how long term the commitment is. So I don't have a problem with fighters doing that at all.
Finally, Johnny, with the fight with Ngannou and Joshua, Ngannou's greatest strength is his power. It's been recorded as the greatest power in combat sports history. A lot of comments about Joshua's chin. Do you feel that Joshua's chin can hold up to that power? Is it a worry for you?
I think we're talking chin by the looks of it. The one with the biggest, the strongest chin looked like Ngannou, but Tyson Fury's not the biggest banger. Anthony Joshua is. Anybody that gets hit on the chin, they're going to go, especially with two big punches. I think for Ngannou against AJ has the better boxing ability. Let's not ignore that. Let's not dispute that. If he makes a mistake and disrespects the man in front of him, then he gets turned over. If he makes a mistake and gets dragged into a war with a heavy-handed novice, professional boxing novice, he gets turned over. If he's professional and respectful in what he does, he'll probably get the stoppage. I don't think he'll get the stoppage because Ngannou's a tough cookie. But AJ should be able to put a show on and outbox him and outmove him.
Good quality conversation. I should say it again, good quality conversation. Where can I find other good quality conversations? I forgot it, Johnny. Sundays, some sort of channel that's happening again. I forgot it. What was it?
No. It's just a Sunday social. That's it, man. Listen, we'll see the shows on the Saturday night. On the Sunday, I'll just drop it out. Given my point of view, I'm inspired by Carl Frochach. I'm like, nice one, Carl. I like that because you're getting your opinion out how you want to say it. Nobody's coaching. Then I'll pass everyone to obviously to First Bell so we can get on with it.
Thanks for reminding me. Appreciate it.
Right.
Cheers, Johnny.